Hey guys, welcome back, and today we are doing the comic book review. Uh, but I do want to quickly say something. Today, I have noticed whenever I screen record, it looks a little blurry. I don't know why. I have it set up to the best quality, but it still looks blurry. I have no idea why. I've been trying to figure that out. And I have been going to try either find other screen recorders, but none of them work. All of them have bad ratings, or the ones that do work says the tablet that I use is too outdated. So I'm sorry, you have to stick with this for now. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the comic book review. If you don't know how this works, these comic books I've read recently, and I review them. I come a little critic for 20 minutes, and I review them. But I always start every video out with the top hottest comics and stuff, according to the Go Collect website. Um, I use to kind of I used 1 to 5 rating, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. 3 is like my happy medium. So if a comic book that you like, it's a 3. Don't be sad. That means I found it okay. That's when actually talk about comic books. But yeah, so today this is the hottest. So I do the hottest comics, most popular in Bronze, Silver, and Golden Age. Today, at number 1, you have Ultimate Fallout number 4, first appearance of Miles Morales. Next, you have Spider-Man 361, first appearance of Carnage. At number 3, you have Secret Wars number 8, first appearance of the symbiote suit, the black suit that Spider-Man's wearing. You have Spawn number 1, first appearance of Spawn. Next, Spider-Man number 300, first full appearance of Venom. First issue inked by Todd McFarlane, and it's the 25th anniversary issue. Number 6 is Eternals number 1. Okay, so I'll let talk about the Eternals quick. The Eternals is like a classic example of a worthless comic book, kinda, to be huge because of a movie. It's like a great example. So Marvel did announce a Eternals movie. Once it happened, now everybody wants the comic book. So the Eternals is like a classic example of a comic book that no one wanted and not everyone wants because of movies. At number 7, you have Wolverine number 1. At number 8, you have Venom number 3. At number 9, Spider-Man 252, first black suit in the regular series. And at number 10, you have New Mutants number 98, first appearance of Deadpool. Okay, so now we're going on to the Bronze Age. The Bronze Age doesn't have numbers on the sides because I was just too lazy to put them in because it takes a long time. But also, so these comic books are relatively from mostly the early 70s through the 80s, maybe early 90s it ends. Characters that came around here was mostly Marvel, you had Nova, Iron Fist, Luke Cage. DC had Jonah Hex, I think. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I know by offhand. I'm probably after this video is done, I'm probably oh yeah, that guy. But yeah, it's mostly Marvel introduced a lot of characters in this time too. So at number 1 this week, you have Secret Wars number 8. We already went through that one. At number 2, Spider-Man 252. At number 3, The Eternals number 1. Number 4, Wolverine number 1. Number 5, you have She-Hulk number 1, first appearance. At number 6, I do actually have this one. Is Star Wars number 1. At number 7, you have Spider-Woman number 1. We get a new origin and the mask on the costumes added. At number 8, we have Wolverine. The Incredible Hulk number 181, first appearance of the Wolverine. Number 9, you have Thor 337, first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. And at number 10, you have Secret Wars at number 1, which is a new one. We haven't had this one yet on the list. So next you have the Silver Age. The Silver Age of comics basically was the 1950s to the 60s, and a lot of characters introduced this time. Basically, all the Marvel Universe was introduced in this time period. You got the new Flash, the new Green Lantern, like Barry Allen Flash, Hal Jordan Green Lantern. You had other people like like Martian Manhunter. I think Supergirl was around this time too. Like Rip Hunter, Time Master. So a lot of, I guess, most people on TV, a lot of characters like that were introduced around this time. And also a lot of the stories that they use in this era would go and like inspire the TV show people. Like I think the first season of Flash was all based off comic books from this era, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So at number 1 you have Fantastic Four number 48, also the Silver Age, my personal favorite age of comic books. So we have Fantastic Four number 48. This is the first appearance of Galactus in the Silver Surfer. At number 2, he's kind of been dethroned for the last like 3-4 weeks, it feels like, because he's always this one's always number 1. Fantastic Four number 52. It's the first appearance of the Black Panther in the Negative Zone. At number 3, we have Avengers number 48. It's the first appearance of Black Knight 3 in the origin. At number 4, you have Silver Surfer number 1. At 5, you have Amazing Spider-Man number 50. At number 6, Fantastic Four number 49. At number 7, you have Captain America number 100. And, yeah. At number 8, this is a new one. You have Spider-Man number 31. This is the first appearance of Gwen Stacy and Harry Osborn. At number 9, you have Fantastic Four number 67, first appearance of him. And at number 10, you have Fantastic Four Annuals number 6, the first appearance of Annihilus. I can't say that name, I'm sorry. And Franklin Richards. Second time on Golden Age. A Golden Age is basically everything from like 1952 and older. Characters who appear around this time was Batman, Superman, Flash Gordon, Green Lantern, Lone Ranger, Green Hornet, right? Dick Tracy. So a lot of like your older characters appear around this time. Wonder Woman, Blackhawk, Green Arrow, the original Green Lantern and Flash appeared around this time. People like the Spectre, I think maybe Dr. Fate. It was mostly DC ruled, really. And it was mostly ruled by DC. I see a lot of it, like in a lot of like the first superheroes came out around this time were introduced. So number 1, you have Batman number 66. Next, you have Shock Suspense Stories number 17. Next, you have Batman number 10. Speaking of Green Arrow, this is the first appearance of the Green Arrow. The first Green Arrow titled series. And World's Finest number 7 at number 4. At number 5, you have Batman number 17. At number 6, Batman number 24. At 47, you have Batman number 47. Batman number 7 and number 7. This you get the first detailed origin of Batman. Batman tracks down his parents' killer. We find out their identity. Also, this is the first time we see the bat signal on the cover of a Batman comic. Also, at number 8, you have Superman number 53. You get the third retelling of the origin. And it's also the 10th anniversary issue. At number 9, you have Superman number 68. And there's Lex Luthor in the corner, by the way. I don't know what happened with Mad. Mad. So this is number 10, and Mad was at like number one like for weeks and weeks and weeks, only only to get replaced by a guy named Atomic Thunderbolt for like 2 weeks. Which, if you scroll down, um, I'm scrolling down the page right now. I can't even find that guy now. I don't know who he was. It was like for 3 weeks he was on the top 10, and the slowly made his way up, peaked at number one, and then went back down. I don't know why that even was popular. And then this issue was always in the top five. It's gone down. Yep, those are the top comic books. Okay, so here's our first comic book for today. It is Simpsons number 33. So, this is I guess it's kind of, whoops. I guess I dropped the camera. So this is kind of an interesting one. So, Professor Fink creates an invention to help get all of, like, the towns, I think, cable boxes all in one time. It is actually VCRs, but not many people know what those are nowadays. So let's just go with cable boxes. I think you guys try looking it up right now. But but instead, Professor Fink creates like this alternate like reality kind of thing. It's kind of like if you watch The Flash, it's kind of like Flashpoint. So instead, like Homer works for the mafia, Marge is the mayor. Milhouse is like the Simpson of the town. Mr. Burns looks at the Quickie Mart, stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So this one I'll probably give a 3 star. 3 star. So next I have one of my personal favorite comic books. So I'm going back to reread some of my old comic books, and I'm starting with this I have like all my boxes lined up like left to right. So I'm starting left to right, and first is The Simpsons. And so this comic book, when I read this one yesterday, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I bet this thing has not been open since I got it back in 2016. Which is like, well, for you guys watching this, it might have been like 5 years, but here it's 4, because I filmed these like way ahead of time. So yeah. So this comic book, I've always liked it because it has the Ghostbusters kind of theme to it. It actually has a Ghostbusters story in it too. So I've always liked that. And yeah. So and there's also a couple other stories I like a lot. So I would give this a 5 star review. It's one of my personal favorite comic books of all time. Next we have Blackhawk. So Blackhawk is a group of not superheroes, but they are like, it's kind of like Batman. They don't have any superpowers, but they're kind of like a little group. So they fight like like mad scientists, aliens, monsters, bad guys, criminals, stuff. Yeah, basically a little bit of everything, really. So this one, a mad scientist, if I remember correctly, it's been a little bit since I read this one. Creates I guess like kind of infection, and so see these monsters. So they touch one of the Blackhawks as you pull chop chop. That's chop chop, and it kind of affects them to become one of the monsters. But the monsters are under like the mad scientist control. Yeah. So you might notice that I said this is issue 201, but if you notice it says new Blackhawk up there, that is because Blackhawk actually they kind of redid like the uniforms and stuff. Also, oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. Also, DC did announce that they are going to make a Blackhawk movie, and Steven Spielberg is going to be directing it. So Blackhawk might be going up in value. So, get it if you. Yeah, because it seems like that's like the theme here. Like the Eternals was like a group of like nobody, like the comic, the Eternals, no one knew about. And now, since they announced the movie, like every comic book guy knows about the Eternals. Like I had no idea who they were until they announced the movie. Now everybody wants that comic book, except me.
I don't really need that. I just get comic books that superheroes I like. Yep, that's me. Okay, so yeah, and so also, so this is in a special bag, a comic book cover bag called Mylar, and it and so what it is. So see this one. Well, so this is a regular bag. So Mylar came out. I don't know how long it is now. Maybe a couple years now. I think. Was it before? I don't really know. So it's an acid-free bag. Some museums and stuff use this. And it's just kind of after they found out that these regular bags, like, that, like this one's in, and like this one's in, stuff like that, actually break down your comic book over time because of the acid that's used to make it. So this is an acid-free bag, and I think this makes the bag pop more. Or not, I meant the comic book pop more, and makes it more crisp and bright. And so I personally like Mylar. I guess with the feeling it's kind of weird after a while, but you get used to it. So it's really good. So if you have any old comic books, I highly suggest you get some Mylar. Also, I'll give the comic book a 4-star review. Or 3. I don't know. Oh, okay. I've always liked because I have like this dark background. You don't see the shadow of the comic book falling down. Or if I go from the side like this, you don't see the shadow. Since it's there. So this is Sergeant Fury and Talent Commandos number 11. This one was actually good. I don't want to say Sergeant Fury is bad, but it was actually a good comic book. And I'll give this one a 4-star review because it wasn't great. So in this one, the commandos get a new commander who is does everything by the books, and the Hallows don't do that. So yeah, it's really good. Give it a 4-star review. Next is Batman Beyond number 40. So Batman Beyond is basically like future Batman. That's it. That's really what it is in a nutshell. So this one was really good because it brought back a Batman Beyond character from the TV show. That dude right there. I forgot his name right offhand. And yeah. So I'm trying to get this light working. Oh yeah, so a painter's working on the house, and he uses a lot of natural light from the window, but the window's covered up for painting of the outside of the house. But yeah, so this one was a good one, if I remember correctly. So I'll give this one maybe like a 3. Okay, so this one is really good. I'll give this one a 5-star review. Well, it's not as good as the other one I did earlier, number 22. This is number 23. But this one has like it has like a it parody in it. I get the gist of it. So, but it's The Simpsons, so of course they make it entertaining and funny. It was a good one. So I'll probably give this one probably a 5-star review. So, so now we have True Believers. We have not had True Believers in a while, because Marvel hasn't really come out with any. So True Believers is a comic book series. It's not really a comic book series, but Marvel releases them, and they're only $1. But most of the time, like, they're reprints, and they're used to promote like the movies. Like when Ant-Man came out, a whole bunch of Ant-Man like reprints come out. Like the first issue and some other like notable issues came. They would just be printed. They reprinted them for $1, and yeah. So yeah, so this one was good. So I had both. I had the first and second appearance of the Mandarin in this one, and it was really good, and I liked it a lot. I'll give it a 4-star review. Next, I got Batman Beyond number 45. So this one is what now we have is it Damian Wayne? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, Damian, right? It has now joined the series. It's Batman's son, and now the League of Assassins are after them. So yeah, that's because they want to destroy the world. Kind of like all bad guys want to do. So this was okay. So I would give this one about a 4-star. No, about a 3-star review. 3. Another True Believers. Okay, fun fact. This one actually came out the same month as a Sergeant Fear came out, because there's an ad for this in there saying available now. Funny. So this one was promoting the Criminally Insane graphic novel series. Same with the other one with Mandarin. So this is Purple Man. This one was okay, if I remember. So I'd give it a 3-star review. So next we have the second newest comic book series I'm collecting. The next one will probably be featured in the next episode. This is Green Hornet number 1. I did not get half price books. This is an old cover that I switched from an old. This is an old cover that This bag is an old bag I got. I got it maybe a year ago now at Half Price Books. This one's just old comic books and I switched it to my law. So I have always leftover Half Price Books bags laying over the place. And so I put the new ones in there. So this one is a new Green Hornet series. And so I was excited because I like the Green Hornet a lot. I really like the old TV show. And it was, I just looked through it, and, I had, the original Black Beauty, the Black Beauty, the 60s one in it. I'm so it's, kind of reading, a Green Hornet 66 kind of thing. So, yeah. Yes, this one was really good, and I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it, so I'll give this one a 5-star review. And I'm kind of excited because a lot of the comic book series I collected did not survive coronavirus. That's all I'm saying. Like True Believers, they used to come out every week or so. There hasn't been one out since February. We haven't had a and I used to collect a couple Captain America comic books. They haven't made those since February. So then that might be done. Which, if you've seen the last, episodes, if you're a regular viewer of this, you would know what I'm talking about. I don't have any today, but they'll probably be coming soon. But, yeah, so I had, and, I haven't, at this point, I wasn't really collecting many new comic books anyways, mostly old ones. And so now, if I have a new one, it just gives me another reason to go to the comic book store. Ooh, let's go. But yeah, so a couple new ones I'm collecting right now, so I'm kind of happy that I'm still finding new stuff. Okay, now we have another personal favorite one. Yeah, Bartman. Bartman, so this is a 64-page thing, and it's really good. And so a bad guy named Numero Uno. It takes place in the future, and a bad guy named Numero Uno is stealing. When Bart was a kid, Numero Uno stole all of the first things of Springfield, like the Constitution, the first painting, stuff like that. And then so then Numero Uno just stopped. So in the future, Numero Uno. So it's striking again, but this time it's the last of everything in Springfield, the last statue that Springfield put up, stuff like that. So yeah, so this is it's 66. Whoops. So it was really good, a lot. 5-star review. Hey, here's another kind of personal favorite one. I have a lot of personal favorites in this one. So this is Detective Comics number 272. I actually picked this guy up at an antique market for $10, which is not that bad. It's only kind of double what it's worth right there. It's only kind of double than what it went for if you think about it. Oh no, like 10 times more than it was back in the day. So this one was really good. So you have like this monster thing, he's kind of attacking Gotham, and Batman, as Batman just tries to stop it. But also, like, because at the back, there's a John Jones comic book in it, The Martian Manhunter. So I've always thought, like, oh, that's cool. Because most of the Detective Comics I get are from mostly, because at the comic book store I go to, they mostly have ones from the 60s. Not not so many in the 50s. So I've been getting a lot, and it has the Elongated Man, which is now on Flash. I'm 2 seasons behind, so sorry, folks. I'm very busy. I watch a lot of TV. I watch too many TV shows, I think. But yeah, so this one was a really good comic book. Liked it a lot. I'll give it a 5-star review. Let's get Batman 325. I'm trying to remember how. Okay, so this one, someone is trying to kill Commissioner Gordon. Yes, I remembered it. Yes. So someone's trying to kill Commissioner Gordon. Well, and of course Batman is, out to get it. Well, get the bad guy. Yep, that's it. Like 3-star review. So this one is another one of kind of my personal favorites too. We have a lot of personal ones on here. So this one is it is a really entertaining, interesting story. Like, this would have been something that you would see, like, on, like, I'm trying to think of a cop show. Like, I'm trying to pick, like, one of them, because there's too many of them. Well, it's something you see, like, on, like, NCIS. I don't know what the city is. It seems like they have, like, New Orleans, Miami, there's, like, LA. It's just a whole bunch of them. I don't know. I don't know anymore about, like Blue Bloods or something. Wait, that's cop show. There's just too many cop shows in my opinion. Seriously though. It's just a lot, and I just mix them up. Like, the only one I watch all those is SWAT. Because it was a TV show back in the 70s. Okay, so this one was, as I've been reading over and over again on the screen right here, a guy killed someone, but they didn't find him guilty in court, but the guy did kill him. And Batman can't prove it, supposedly. And so this one was really good. I liked it a lot. And yeah, I'll give this one probably a 5-star review. So if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe. If you have any comments, complaints, questions, answers to questions being asked, put it down in comments below. Also, if I got anything wrong during this, like any facts wrong, please correct me. Because unlike other people who don't like being corrected and just hit like report, I like being corrected because I don't want to say the exact wrong thing to like 50 different people. And then one's like, you're wrong. I'm like, oh no. I said to like 100 people before this. And so yeah. So also, I want to know what your favorite comic book is. And also, if you have any other cool facts about any of these comic books and things like that, put it down in comments below. Any like views or anything, say like, oh yeah, I like that one too. I didn't like that one. Stuff like that. I kind of want to know because I'm interested like that. But yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Bye.